Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more F1 2021 My Team Season 1. We are heading on into the Singapore Grand Prix in this episode. We are nearing the end of the whole Season 1 series, guys. If we take a look here, season results, we got the Singapore Grand Prix and then a handful to see out the rest of Season 1. So we got the Japanese, USA, Mexico, Brazil, Australia, UAE, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, which is 6 more after this one. So we are nearing the end, so let's see if we can take some strides closer to the midfield teams and hopefully score some points in the final races of Season 1. So let's see what happens at Singapore. Just wanted to make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that red button that says subscribe on it is already clicked, and make sure that the notification bell is also pressed so you're notified as soon as the next episode of F1 2021 My Team goes up. We are going to continue the series. We're having a lot of fun, so please be sure to be subscribed down below so you are not missing out on the fun. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for the support, and let's move on to the Singapore Grand Prix. Alright, so most importantly, we are ahead of Alpine and AlphaTauri on the performance chart. So let's see if we can add on to our progress here. Did we get any upgrades? Yes, we got reshaped combustion chamber, of course, the part that failed and then we re-triggered. So let's take a look at other items that we can potentially upgrade. So first off, I think what we need is the crankshaft. We need more engine power. We need more thrust. So this is coming in before the US Grand Prix on the 13th of October. We're going to do it standard. I think we want an electrical systems durability upgrade. So we are going to get this in before the US Grand Prix as well. So we will see what we can do with the final amount that we have available. We can also trigger the cable assembly upgrade in the chassis department. So we will also trigger that before the US Grand Prix. So let's see if those resource points were used in a good way. So let's hope for some good progress. We have a personnel department event.
Looks like our driver has an issue. We need you to step in here.
Bit left field, but Aiken's trainer is suggesting that they introduce some yoga into their daily routine. They think it might help yoga improve in some... Aiken improve in some areas that are currently a bit neglected in their existing routine. What do you reckon? Their awareness goes up or their racecraft goes up? Sure, why not?
Well. Thank you.
We noticed that the DRS upgrade came through, so that's an aerodynamics upgrade. Thankfully it's come through. Maybe it'll help us get some points today. Performance wise, we're still ahead of AlphaTauri and Alpine, just that AlphaTauri have overtaken Alpine at this time. So let's see if that extra performance benefit will get us some points today. Let's head on into the race weekend. Let's see what happens in Singapore. Welcome to qualifying at the Singaporean Grand Prix. Yeah, practice sessions weren't great, let's be honest here. We did get a good solid couple laps in. FP1 was a dry condition, so we put on some good lap times around there, but during the second FP2 session, we did struggle a bit. We were struggling for grip in the rain and we couldn't get any competitive laps in, so that was another shame. And FP3 was again dry, but I think I forgot to change my setup, so that is why I set very poor lap times. But overall, I think the results in Singapore is not going to be good one after this weekend. We failed to complete the resource point objectives for 2 of the 3 practice programs, so we'll have to see if we can improve on it. A lot of shaky turns, a lot of missed turns, corner cutting, so we got to be more clinical, and that's my aim in this practice session, or this qualifying session, trying to provide the best possible laps. So yeah, overall I think I've got all the development boosts for all 3 practice programs, but we failed to get the resource points, failed to get purple in 2 of the 3 practice programs. I didn't even get green, so that is a bit of a shame. So we missed out on some resource points there, but hopefully we can make up for it with a good Grand Prix today. Let's see. I am hoping for a decent Grand Prix today. Of course, last time out we took some grid penalties, 50 grid penalties to get a whole new column of engine components. So hopefully we can make good use of these guys. We will see. We will see. We will let time fly. We'll leave with like 10 minutes to go in qualifying. Hopefully we can set competitive lap times. Let's see what the times are that people are putting. We need to be P16 or greater. Of course, not everyone has done their laps yet. Alright, seems like George Russell is P16 at this moment. Maybe somewhere in the high 135s is what we need to aim for to get into the next round. So let's head out, let's set a lap, let's hope for a good qualifying session, for a good position in the race. Coming up to the line, P19, 1/10 off of Giovinazzi. Yeah, we're not improving at all on our time. I think it is time we take more grid penalties. Preparing for the final moments of the season, of course, we have to consider that as well. Yep, I'm gonna call in executive order here on the team. We're gonna take grid penalties. We are P19, but may as well start from P22 with whole new engine components. So let's do it. Let's see out the rest of qualifying and we should be out. There we go. Fastest of Q1 was Sergio Perez with a 132.984. Lewis Hamilton is literally 15,000th behind him. Charles Leclerc in P3. But of course, that could all change. Jack Aitken makes it to the next round of qualifying as well. So good to see our teammate do well. P21 for us, and we're taking grid penalties. So we'll be down at the back of the grid below Latifi. Knocked out our Mazepin, Russell, Giovinazzi, Schumacher, and Latifi. So let's see what happens on race day in Singapore.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Here we go then, it's Formula One in Marina Bay once again, and welcome to all of you at home who join us today for this fascinating race around the baking hot, horribly humid, but very beautiful streets of Singapore. We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit today, located in the heart of Singapore. The circuit consists of 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right. It's a track that's incredibly technical, so don't expect to see the drivers taking too much at full throttle. I'm joined again today by none other than Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, obviously there's a lot of development work that goes on with these cars between the races. You've been both a test driver and a race driver. What differences are there in the way you approach those roles?
Interesting question, Crofty. They're two very different mindsets. I mean, when I tested for BAR, we had full in-season testing where, per driver, you'd cover up to 15,000 kilometers per season. And in that role, it was more about working for the team, trying to help them improve the car and drive as systematically as you could, so that that data could be analysed in the most consistent way. When you're lining up on the grid for a race, however, your frame of mind's all about what you can get out of the situation on that day, and the car's the tool to help you achieve what you want. You still want to focus on setup, of course, but it's more about the here and now, getting yourself as far up the field as possible, and less about development work for the future.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Leclerc, Lance Stroll and Vettel, Verstappen, Raikkonen, Sainz, they've taken a grid penalty, and Nikita Mazepin, Russell, Giovinazzi, Pierre Gasly, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Fernando Alonso. Ocon, they've taken a grid penalty, Aitken, Yuki Tsunoda, and Nicholas Latifi. Mick Schumacher, Ricciardo, Norris, and the captain. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
That McLaren seemed to be glitching into us at the cinematic, but here we are going on with the Singaporean Grand Prix. Personalized strategies for a one-stop that is a lot slower than the one suggested. So let's see if we can edit this strategy. I want to mess around with it a little. Any way I put it, it's going to be slower. So we're going to stick with the original strategy presented. The alternative strategy will be to move on to hards, which we will accept if we have to. 31 laps, but we're given 34 laps of fuel. We're going to drop it to the minimum, 32 laps. I think we should be able to save fuel well here. Car setup's good. P22 starting position. A very shuffled grid after a bunch of grid penalties. So let's see what happens on race day. 30 place grid penalty. And lights out and away we go. Gonna take things cautiously here. Oh, nearly smashing into the back of Schumacher. Oh boy. Vehicle condition.
Tire condition is still looking good.
Okay, we're okay. But VSC is deployed. We're up into P19. Do you think I needed more fuel than one extra lap? Maybe. I'll go on lane for a bit. Oh yeah, once you're on lane, you cannot catch up with the others. That is super slow, so if possible, we're going to try and stay in standard for the longest time possible. Running out of fuel is not going to be fun then.
Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Here we go, green flag running. Lando Norris is slowing down. Approaching back markers? What do you mean back markers? Are we already lapping someone? Okay, I think we got Tsunoda. We're sliding in right behind Aiken and P17. I think... Oh, Danny Rick is in the pits, isn't he? Right past our teammate here, taking an exceeding track limits warning there.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
I don't know what happened, but sure. Ooh. Oh, around Alonso, or on the inside of Alonso. That was a move and a half. P15. Alright, we're in touching distance of Ocon. Went a little too deep.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are
Alright.
plans for a safety
DRS and ERS. Let's try to get Ocon here. On the inside. Alright, right behind the Haas and the Alfa Romeo. Oh, this is not going to be good. Okay, being stuck behind Mazepin is never a good idea. Let's push exceeding track limits a tad bit. We got DRS on Giovinazzi. That's good. We're climbing. Alcon's right behind us. He's hungry for this position. Clinical driving so far, trying to catch Giovinazzi here. We got DRS on him. Ooh, do I risk it? Yeah, I dive bomb it. Thank you. Gasly, Russell. Is that Russell in P10? Yes, it is. We got DRS on Gasly. We are within striking distance. ERS and DRS, let's go. Alright, past Gasly. Now it's Russell's time. Yes!
Brilliant maneuver. 2 places at once.
Yeah, buddy. P10, right behind Raikkonen. We're in a DRS train, so we gotta be really hustling now. DRS on Raikkonen, come on baby. Can we get a move done on the inside? Yes, we can. Thank you, Raikkonen. Goodbye. Sainz is next on softs. We're leading in P9. Okay, solid compound tire runners are pitting now. So we'll see. They're on fresher mediums as they exit. Oh, I am leading among those who don't need to pit right now, because Sainz and Vettel and whoever's in front, I think Hamilton, all need to pit because they're still on the used sauce from the start of the Grand Prix. Ah, track limits. That's it. We gotta be very clinical now. Okay, it's Bottas. Okay. So everyone's in the pits now on the soft, or whoever was running soft compound tires have already gone in. It's now time for the mediums. So anyone who started on the mediums or were on the hards are now in the front of the Grand Prix. Which means I'm in the lead for now. We are pulling away from Raikkonen, who's of course on the hard compound tire, so this track is feeling quite comfortable right now. Oh, Lance Stroll is out of the race. Does that trigger anything? Safety car. Dang it! Ah!
Mind your delta.
Dang it. Just as we left the start-finish straight, the safety car is deployed. Okay, so Jack's in the pits, that's good. He may actually be in some point positions now.
Drop your speed. Our delta
We should be in good shape, let's see.
penalty.
We're gonna move on to the hards, because we can convert to a one-stop. Just use the safety car as a chance to get a pit stop in. Because I think everyone else might dip in too. I don't know about Kimi Räikkönen, is he gonna move to the mediums? I don't know, it seems a little too early. Alright, into the pits. We gotta be careful here, because when I was playing online, I smashed into the wall over there, but here we go. Safely in this time. Very well. We're moving on to the hard compound tire. Downforce is 11. Keep it as it is. Alright, here we go. What is my fuel at? Oh, we gotta go. 2.5 seconds. Thank you. That's a decent time. We're dropping down to lean. No, we're going to stay on standard. Tires are in okay condition. Safety car's already coming in. We're gonna try. Whoa, that was the quickest exit of the safety car. Safety car wasn't even in the pit lane and we are clear to go racing. Ah, there's no DRS yet. We will be one massive DRS train, but yeah, things. Oh, there's a move going on up ahead. I'm inspired. Thanks for stepping. He went wide. I took the line. P7. This long line of cars is helping me out. Ooh, Verstappen's struggling to keep up. Does he have car problems? I don't know. Here we go. DRS is back.
DRS is now
There's a move going on up ahead again. Ooh, Bottas and Raikkonen going side by side. I tried it on Vettel. It's getting very exciting up front. Oh, it's gonna be a DRS train. Oh, this is a chance to get Vettel, by the way. Up the inside. Thank you very much. On Vettel. Leclerc and Raikkonen fighting is kinda helpful to us, but okay, slotting in right behind Raikkonen. He's gonna go defensive around the outside. We can make the move stick. Yes, we can. Okay, one person's in the pits, I think I just noticed. Perez is sandwiched between two Mercedes cars. Seems like Bottas and Hamilton are still ahead. Question is, if they're within 20 seconds and they still need to pit, then that means we're in for the lead of the Grand Prix. Here we go, back in the lead of the Grand Prix. Bottas is in the pits. Verstappen in the pits too. What's he doing? Is he converting to softs? They might be converting to softs to... Oh no, he's going on mediums. What's Verstappen up to? Why did he pit? The hard compound tires are good enough to go until the end of the Grand Prix. There was no collision either. No problems. Huh. Interesting. Maybe he couldn't handle the pressure of Hamilton on the mediums. And Horner's calling him in to get mediums on so that he can really press forward. I don't know. Man, I was hoping Verstappen would stay behind me, then he would be my buffer against Hamilton, but now I'm wide open against Hamilton. How far away is the back marker? Pretty far. McLaren? What? McLaren are in the back, aren't they? They're still in the pits. They double stacked just now too.
on track. Now, just be careful.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there's an incident on track, but also look at our fuel. Oh my god. I made a mistake dropping our fuel load. This is a gasoline guzzling Grand Prix, man. I gotta do a lot of lifting and coasting, man. Ah dear, we take a 3-second time penalty.
Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed that the safety car is
Oh,
out.
safety car's out again.
An issue with multiple stopped vehicles on the track. Okay, some information on Bottas. They are out of the race.
Oh boy. I know I smashed into Hamilton just now, I think. I lost control. Safety car. Do I convert to softs? Vehicle condition.
The side pods have taken damage. You may
Thought so.
start to pick up a little drag. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Oh wait, it's safety car. Let me convert to lean here, quickly. Alright, we're going in. We are going in. I'm taking a risk here. I'm going on the soft compound tire because a bunch of others are transitioning, I think. We're gonna try and push on the softs. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I committed.
Go now.
Alright, 2.8. Where are we? Yeah, I think P11. Here we go.
His pace is strong, but be aware
Green flag running from P11 on a much superior tire compound. Okay, I think I got Alonso here. Alright. Goodbye, Alonso. Hello, Sainz.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
The soft compound tire is a lot superior. I have more grip in this area, so I think I can get a dive bomb on Sainz. Yes, we can.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the
Vettel as well.
cleared up in time and there are no
Shut up, Jeff. Shut up. I'm on a drive of the century here, mate. P8. Our friend Jack Aitken is in P6. Of course, I have that 3-second time penalty for absolutely nothing. Side by side with our teammate as we exit the start-finish straight. And thank you very much. We'll take that position from you. Podium is right there, man. Come on. Where's DRS, man? Give me DRS quick. Stat. We took the Alpine. George Russell in P4. Hello. How is George Russell in P4? Wow, he's played that to perfection, man. Okay, here we go. DRS.
DRS is now online.
Yeah, I think I have enough fuel to finish this Grand Prix.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, let's get Russell here. DRS, ERS both engaged. He squeezes us on the inside, but we take P4. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Alright, final lap of the Grand Prix. I am a little worried about fuel,
Lap of the race.
so we've got to be careful here. I can't be too ambitious and try for Gasly and then run out of fuel and then mess everything up, so
You're increasing the gap on the
we're gonna enjoy our P4 finish, the best points position finish since our podiums early on in the series, in the season. Got a lift and coast for the remainder of this lap, mainly because we're out of fuel. Six seconds to Russell and Ocon. I have a feeling Jack Aitken scores some points for us today. I think that's him on the radar in the huge pack of cars. George Russell doing very well for Williams in P5. Who's winning it? I think there's a Ferrari winning this Grand Prix, by the way. Alright, there go the fanfare, the fireworks. Charles Leclerc wins the Grand Prix. And I think Verstappen gets P2. I think both Mercedes are out. And we finally get P4. There we go. Beautiful Grand Prix.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
They've endured the harsh conditions here in Singapore to pull off a spectacular victory. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
Ferrari fans rejoice because Charles Leclerc just won the Singapore Grand Prix. What a result for the Ferrari team. Max Verstappen P2, and then Honda-powered AlphaTauri in P3, and then Honda-powered R Elite racing car also in P4. So it's a stunning Grand Prix. The risk paid off. Will you look at that? This is one heck of a finishing lineup. So, of course, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Gasly were on the podium as we saw just now. Myself in P4. George Russell with the Williams in P5, scoring 10 points for them. Ocon, Aiken, Tsunoda, Sainz, and Alonso round out the top 10. What a race for Aiken as well, getting 6 points for us in P7. Beautiful. Raikkonen, Perez, Ricciardo, Giovinazzi, Mazepin, Schumacher, Latifi, Vettel, and Norris round out the finishing group. Latifi on a 5-second time penalty as well, apparently. And then we got Bottas, Hamilton, and Stroll not finishing the race. Hamilton collided in with me and then took out the Bottas, I guess. And then the whole safety car got triggered, and then we risked it on the soft compound tire. Seems like a good risk to take. So here we go, back up top in P9, ahead of Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz, the two Spaniards who overtook us last episode. So we're now ahead of them again, 73 points to our name, 99 points to the leader, Lando Norris in P1, Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc in that order on the driver's standings. Mercedes having a bad time with a couple DNFs, so I don't know what's happening to them. And where is Sergio Perez? He was leading at the start, he's in P6 now. So things are shuffling up, and hopefully things will get more exciting as the season ends. Constructor standings wise, we are up to P7 now, 82 points to our name, on equal terms with Aston Martin. 210 point gap to Red Bull. I think they are uncatchable for us. I mean, we're not expected to catch them anyway. So Alpine is just ahead of us on 89 points. So the 6th, 7th, 8th fight is going to be one that we should watch and we should fight in. Another Grand Prix done and dusted here. P22 starting position, but I don't know why I'm starting at P21. Oh yeah, didn't someone else take a larger penalty or something? I don't know. I think it was a... Wait, why am I P21? I thought I was P22. I don't know. Well, there were two McLarens that took massive grid penalties, and I think they were just ahead of me anyway. But yeah, P22. Why am I in P21? I don't know. Anyway, so we got into a tussle at the early stages of the Grand Prix, found ourselves with a lot of wing fragments on the circuit, and that is why we got a safety car early on. We had to, or VSC rather, sorry, and we managed our tires well there, saving them a little bit. And then we encountered a moment where there was another safety car, full course safety car, and that's when we moved on to the hard compound tire. And then we saw out the rest of the Grand Prix on those hards until another safety car came out, and then we had the chance to switch over to the soft compound tire despite being in the lead. It was quite an exceptional drive from us given the situation. Yeah, taking the risk to the soft compound tire was the main one that we had to worry out for. We also took a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits, but we made up for it by being 6 seconds ahead of George Russell, I believe. So that was really a splendid drive on the soft compound tire. We overtook so many cars at the restart, so many cars at the later stages of the Grand Prix, so like in the final 6-7 laps, and we secured ourselves a P4 finish. Podium would have been great, but that was a little too ambitious, especially with the fuel issue in our car. Fuel was a major problem in Singapore, so if you guys are playing this in Singapore, make sure you overfuel your car by like a couple laps. So yeah, that was the Singapore Grand Prix. Next up is the USA Grand Prix, I think, or I don't know what's next. But yeah, that is going to come next time. So please be sure to be subscribed and make sure that the button down below is pressed and hit the notification bell as well. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this Grand Prix, smash that like button and let me know that you enjoyed it. Comment down below as well what you want to see more on this channel as well as in this F1 2021 My Team series. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for stopping by. 62% of you are not subscribed, so please be sure to subscribe. And until the next Grand Prix, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.